Yeah, so everyone on site in Kaohsiung can get a headband. This is a gift from kind people. so the kind person need to prepare 250 set of the gift to be fair for all the participants and then staff and also the guests on site. This flyer is from a young people. They did a good job in producing those flyers. So next we will have the principal from the Tzu Chi Middle School in Hualien, Sister Liao Yi-Chen. Okay, what are they doing? So we have bilingual program in Tzu Chi Middle School. You see, they present this in English. So this is the principal from the middle school, our middle school here. So they can learn to present themselves through the art. Totally, there are 160 performers together to make this. So you can see that our education actually produced many good talents.
So now we're looking at a clip where the Japanese they've been here for 4 years and they have pledged to be coming every year since then. And you can see them, they're helping to make a matcha rice balls. It's a fusion of Japanese flavors with Taiwanese traditions. As they're saying that the principal has shared that ever since she was young, she'll always pick the red ones to eat. So let us remember that if we ever want to treat her to some rice balls, remember to give her the red ones. We're very grateful for them to be joining us as well as the energy they brought us. And now let us see, or let's watch the quarter of a century review. And we all know what quarter of a century means, 25 years. So the Tzu Chi University High School has been around for 25 years. And before they had their lunch, they all sang the school anthem. And they would share that whenever he hear the song, he started to tear up. So you see many of these former students, they used to be young students, but now they're all parents. We're hoping that in the future, this lunch, this kind of gathering, they could invite more of their classmates to come back and let them know that the love from the school is still there. Now, as they sing their songs of gratitude. So, because of all their dedications, they have received many awards. Their awards is a recognition for the hard work of everyone who put their efforts. We're very grateful that a lot of our students are inspired and to put their inspirations into action and helping other people. As they receive their recognition from the Ministry of Education, they have vowed to promote more of a lifelong education. Previously, we've been encouraging our kids to reach outwards, to care for other people, and now we wanted to look within themselves, look within their heart, to fill themselves with the positive energy so that they can expand that energy outward. So the recognition may only be temporary, but the education, the experiences that these students gain, that's a lifelong treasure. So now let us come back to uh, our on-site and let us welcome our principal with our chant. So our principal is the first time here, and this is her premiere attendance at the Kaohsiung Online Studying Club. And she never expected to have this many people here, and they could feel the love as soon as she walked into the Kaohsiung Jingsi Hall. So let us wave and show her that our headbands. And these headbands were donated by parents of their students. So they were all friends of the school. So as you can see here, they've been trying to create that surprise for her, for the principal. Given that it is the 25th anniversary, we've been wanting to give them the Jingsi aphorism towels. So here you can feel the love, the energy, and how everyone is well connected to each other through Tzu Chi. And they brought in these headbands to create the surprise. So she did not know that a lot of their accompany advisors, the parents of the students, they're all here. So previously, we invited them to come and share with us. However, she unexpectedly became pregnant, so she wouldn't be unable to come. So we have planned for them to join us in 2027. We have already filled all our slots, speaker slots for the year 2026. So let's give them a round of applause. We have seen Sister Huiting grow up throughout the years. Their families have always been part of the Tzu Chi family. So they've been leaving their kids in Tzu Chi ever since then, starting from their kindergarten, elementary school to high school, and then their Tzu Chi University. So now she is now the president of the PTA. And if you ever seen a review of the repair team in Hualien after the Hualien earthquake, you will be very familiar with them because they are the ones who are in the driving the car, going door to door to make repairs. So we're very fortunate and very glad to see them because you can from their actions you can see that they are carrying on the burden, carrying on the expectations that Master have asked us all to take part of. So I'm very grateful for this opportunity to be here. We've been trying to encourage her because all of us my whole family has been benefited from the Tzu Chi High School. Because our daughter has been a headache for our family. But ever since we sent her to Tzu Chi High School, she's becoming much more manageable. And very grateful for that. Being in the school, my role is to take the kids or to drive the kids to the school. Even though I just woke up in the morning, I can see the principals welcoming everyone at the door. So we wanted to showcase our gratitude for her dedication and be here for her. So we can see that she is very able to share, able to talk, and it really made me feel at ease with her sharing. But even though she has moved to Hualien and not being close with us, that we still have that connection with all of us. So let us once again welcome our principals to share with us, and as everyone can go back to their seat. And now let us welcome a principal who share with us with their positive energy. And now let us listen to her sharing of a quarter of a century of cultivation and harvest. To all the listeners here and online, hope you all are feeling well. I'm not nervous for sharing because I'm used to that. I'm very nervous that I ran out of time. Well, now Master has always told us that we have to be competitive in doing good deeds. Now we know that being in Kaohsiung study group to be a speaker here, we also have to be very competitive. So I don't even know when the next time I'll be able to come here. So when the principal came in, that we have to be reminded of the time because we have been assigning our speakers. So we will definitely welcome her back to share if she didn't finish today. So ever since the first year in the Tzu Chi High School, I've been there. I've been here 21 years. Now I've been missing 4 years. That's because for 4 years I was in Tzu Chi University. And last year in the end of July, Master has offered me the position of the principal. Master first pat her left shoulder and then pat on my shoulder and told me to carry it well. Her gestures was really light, but it carried a significant meaning. When I was in university, I was a Tzu Chi member, and we have made a vow to carry on the rice baskets with Master. And since my graduation, I have been trying to carry on this mission and officially brought this burden onto my shoulder since last year. So, what kind of burden am I carrying? And so here we can see a lot of people supporting us. We have our students, our parents of the students, or even grandparents of the students that were here. Our school is one that is filled with love. As Master always reminded us, it is the bedrock for our spiritual life, our wisdom. Education is very important. The school started in 2000. It's the first middle school and elementary school by Tzu Chi. So it carried the expectations of all Tzu Chi members as well as the Bowmasters and been growing with love from around the world. There were more than 2,000 people at the groundbreaking ceremony. I'm very glad that there were no live back then because there would have been a lot more people watching the event. And for the past 20 some years, we have been very stable with the care and love of everyone. Now our students range from 2 years old to 18-year old. And we have combined all the elementary school and the middle school all into together. So there are roughly about 2,000 students. If you all remember, Tzu Chi first started the nursing school and then the school of medicine. So as Masters always said that education is like planting a tree. When the tree is small, we have to start shaping it and we have to take care of them so they will grow well. Just like we're taking care of people when they're young, when they're highly impressionable, we must give them a good habit, teach them a positive view on their life so they would able to distinguish right from wrong when they get old. When the school was established, we don't need there were voices of rejection because they didn't think that Hualien needs another school, and they feel that if Tzu Chi does establish a good school, it would take away students from their enrollment. However, Master always reminded us that Taiwan does not need another school, but rather it's missing a school where behavioral education, where merit is in the core of the curriculum. As we look back to these expectations, we're very grateful for Master for having this foresight. As we all know from news, that there are so many different stories from people who have gone the wrong way, made the wrong choices in life. And we're glad that we are still a pure stream in Eastern Taiwan and continuing to nurture future generations. When Master has shared the in her morning wisdom about what there is her establishing the school. So let's watch this clip.
教育呢，真的我很感恩，也很安心。我们慈济人呐，当初我要盖学校，总是呢抛头露面，到处去说我要盖学校。我要在东部呢建立了教育系统，所以慈济人紧接着除了医疗建设起来，他们紧接着就又要开始似乎又启动了盖学校，所以刚刚看到了。那一张轻轻的瓷板明锭啊，上面放了学校的模型，那我轻轻的就捧在手上，前后了转啊转啊，这个家路方向在哪位？我们要如何盖？所以呢，模型捧起来。还要呢，我不是亲像地理书在咧看风水，不是，总是呢拿起来要看面对的道路，将来这个道路要怎么开，我们面对的道路要怎么放，这都是澄清哈，都是这样的过，真的是感恩。
So when you see that photo, that picture, Master has really been carrying in the school in the palm of her hand. She's not checking out the feng shui, but rather she's looking at the design, see how to build a school that's best for the education purpose of the students. And our schools broke ground in 1999 and July 11th. As we all remember what happened in 1999. Within 3 months of the groundbreaking, it was the September 21st earthquake, which shook the entire island. At that time, the school was put on pause. The construction of the school was put on pause. Rather, all efforts and resources were redirected to a reconstruction for multiple schools in the Project Hope of Tzu Chi. And because of this earthquake, Tzu Chi have altered the design and using the highest earthquake-resistant construction, the steel reinforced concrete construction, because we wanted a school that will not fall easily. We wanted a place where students can learn, and we also want the school to be where people can seek shelter in case of big disasters. Last year, in April, Hualien has endured one of the largest earthquakes since the September 21st one. The school stood firm. The altered design gave the school a stable foundation and made the place a well protected. As we can see, every single post or every single column of the school is this thick, so to be able to redirect the forces of the earthquake. And we can witness that there were no visible damages to the buildings. So if people ever wonder if the students are safe in Tzu Chi, I can reassure them that the school will probably be safer than they are at home. For the past 25 years, we have stood firm on the focus of behavior education, and we wanted to create talents for the world. Throughout the 25 years, these are all of our former principals. We're very grateful for all 7 of them who carried us for the past 25 years and cultivating our education. Our first principal was Zheng Hanrong, and I believe that our former principal are all listening in today. And because of the collective efforts, the Tzu Chi High School have received multiple recognitions from the Ministry of Education. Whenever there is a evaluation, we always receive the highest award. And we can see why did it pause on 2019? Well, because ever since 2019, the Ministry of Education has stopped evaluating schools. And in year 2020 and 2024, we have received the triple crown for the behavior education, where our elementary school, our middle school, and our high school all receive the recognition. We have Tzu Chi is the first and only school in Taiwan to win the 3 awards. A few months ago, the Ministry of Education have awarded the recognition for a life education for our schools. Gratitude, respect, and love is the center of our education and has been the focus within the past 25 years. Last year, we celebrated the 25th anniversary, and in this special moment, we want to look back with gratitude and revisit our initial aspiration. With respect, connecting the different generations, and with love, concentrate our efforts. So our celebration was a week-long event. In the beginning, we always invite our students, our doctor, or our teachers back to the abode. Abode is the source of Tzu Chi. It's the origin of Tzu Chi. So when everyone returns to the abode, they all join in in the workforce, not only just to repay the love and gratitude, but also to experience this core of Tzu Chi belief. We're also very grateful for the abode masters for leading us as we prostrate to the sutra of the 37 dharmas, and we all wish that all our students and faculty are staying healthy and they could continue to grow on the day-to-day basis. Another focus of our anniversary is to repay our community. So we wanted to give back to the community that nurtured us. So we'll take our students to many of the locations, such as the riverbanks, the hospital, the area around the abode, where they would clean, where they would repair, where they would use their hands and to care for the land that they are growing on. So we celebrated the anniversary with 2,500 hours of collective volunteer contribution. And our event culminated into a carnival where more than 1,000 people together exercise to the pure land breeze. We want to take our collective effort, our concentrated gestures, as an offering to Master, and as we pray for a world free of disasters. So let us watch this clip where we all join together. So here we have our elementary school students, we have our teachers, and in our middle and high school, as well as their parents and everyone that are associated with the school. So the person in front is the choreographer for this exercise. He himself is a martial arts teacher. So did you see how in sync we are? And at the time of the carnival, our Tzu faith and commissioners each all have booths to help to generate donations. This year, because of the flooding in Guangfu Township, we have donated all our proceeds to the reconstruction effort of Guangfu. So last year, 2025, it's been a special moment for us. As masters always remind us not to forget the year or that person. So we have invited all of our former alumni, former students to come back, as well as our retired students or our former faculties to come back and join us for dinner. And we will share our memories together and that night is not only just to look back, but it's also to show our gratitude. Many of our alumni, they may be in their 30s who are parents, but when they see the class moms or class dads, they would start crying and couldn't say a word. And they were amazed that they're not even this close to their own parents. So it is a witness to the gratitude, to the love they have received throughout their education. And in that event, one of the first president of the PTA shared about their experience. They say that every time they heard the anthem, the two men were started crying. So we all sang the anthem together. And so let us watch this clip. Now, due to limited time, we can only show you the short clips. Now, our first 4 lines of the anthem was saying that we will surpass the center mountains, because the school is right at the foothill of the central mountains of Taiwan, and we wanted our students to grow beyond these mountains. The second line is to see past the Pacific Ocean, because we wanted our students to hold with a vision that's broader than the Pacific Ocean. In our schools, we have many plants and animals. Our most frequent visitors are the Taiwanese macaques. We have squirrels. We have armored beetles. So we are nurturing students among the tall mountains and the broad oceans, and that embodies the spirit of our school. At the end of that dinner, we have a student who shared on his Facebook. Just take a little excerpt. He shared that to grow in a campus right by the mountain and the sea, where the age of rebellions received with tolerance of the students and nurturing with their friends. They say that Hualien is a place that they wouldn't forget how they grew up, and is very grateful for everyone on their path of education. So given that the school has been established for 25 years, many of our students have been long gone, left the school a long time ago. So how do we maintain this connection? It's because our campus is one of love. We nurture them, we grow them with love. Many of our former students are now well-established talents in our society. So now I want to share with you some of our distinguished alumni. First was Han Xing'an. He grew up in the Tzu Chi education system, and he received the 59th Golden Bell Award, and he has returned to abode and presented the award to Master. So let us watch his sharing. So as we can see that Xing'an grew up in the Tzu Chi family, but even those who did not grow from the Tzu Chi family, they would too benefit from Tzu Chi. Many of them started to know about Tzu Chi since their kids started attending the school here. For example, one of our alumni, Yang Yaoren, he was very rebellious during his school because he was the last in his class. And even though he didn't continue on to our high school, he also shared that where his experience has really changed him. So I am a very rebellious person. Because of my work covering news. I'm very familiar with ways of bad behavior. So they've always say that if I am not a reporter, I might be an investigator or maybe even a secret intelligence. But I'm not, because I have learned from the Tzu Chi middle school about the burden of karma. So we always learned about education being complete. If they are growing up in a nurtured environment, will they not used to what's really out there in the world? Now, as we see in reality, many of them become familiar in the environment that we provide in, that they were able to know what is wrong from what is right from the wrong. So they wouldn't choose the wrong path, even though they are in a society that's full of choices. So this year, our PTA is presided by a former student, which is the first time ever, and many of their kids or from our former alumni are now students of our school as well. And you can see from these pictures. And that was the one in the picture on the left-hand side. It was the Sister Huiting's teacher giving her award, and on the right, it is her repaying that with a little gift. So from here, we can see there are many people who have now students, or who former students who are now teachers in our school. And it is not just in Hualien. The impact of education actually spreads worldwide. As you can see, that Tzu Chi has reached out to many different places around the world. So our goal, our vow, is to find the good seeds of Bodhi that had this affinity, had this karma with Tzu Chi. And we are now actively recruiting for our elementary school, our middle school, as well as our high school. And we wish to invite everyone to come and understand more about our school, about our education philosophy. Now, I think we have run out of time, but right before we do that, I just really want to share this clip with you. It is from one of our senior volunteers in Hualien, and she has shared that if she had the opportunity, she will come back and become a elementary school student and starting the education system. She already enrolled and asked all the students. And she has said that even in the next life, she will still be in the Tzu Chi system, as well as becoming a commissioner, because she has vowed to be a Tzu Chi member year after year, life after life. And she will follow Tzu Chi, follow Master, no matter where she is and where she would be, and to follow in the right direction. Our thoughts are very important if we put Tzu Chi in our hearts. As we heard from Master that she is deeply saddened by many of the senior volunteers but masters always say that they are departing early so they will be ready to pave the path for all of us in the next life. So let us connect once again in the school that is closest to our Dharma Master and with a positive energy. And our school is a complete education system, and we're very grateful that in the 25 years, we have the love and nurture from our volunteers worldwide. This campus, we still need all your help, all your support. And all our stories, there's too many to tell, and I hope we have more time in the future to share with you all. So very grateful for our principal for joining us today. So let me ask our PTA president. So whenever you give it to Sister Shirley, she could make it even more attractive. So when you receive that towel, you're free to do however you want, but you could also wrap it around like that and even match it to the color. This is not something we've thought of, but I want to ask that this towel, what is the purpose in the anniversary? So the special part of the Tzu Chi education system is that we embody the Dharma of Master Cheng Yen. And our teachers, or my teachers, are now the principal, and she really wanted to continue this Dharma lineage. So for the 25th anniversary, she wanted to make sure everyone will able to carry on the Tzu Chi Dharma, the Tzu Chi principles. So we've been donating or giving these towels to everyone who has helped supported us. Each towel has a Jinsi aphorism. So our PTA has been a very strong supporter for our education mission. I was a student, and I was a teacher, and I really hope that we have the support from all the families. But in Hualien, it's not just the students' families who can provide love. Everyone can support, and being a school, we must also have the support of everyone in the community. In Hualien, under the education system, they could all be part of a force that make Tzu Chi even better. So if you'd like to share this love, you can contact them, reach out to them, or reach out to the PTA so that we can all be part of this positive force, helping people grow. So our principal started out as Tzu Chi, and also part of the Teachers Association. So if Tzu Chi, if the Teachers Association celebrates their 40th anniversary, I wanted to ask her to help host it. I was always wondering what it would be like if I were to host if the Teacher Association reaches the 40th anniversary. But for now, all of us are here, and we've been staying we've been walking firmly and being steadfast with Tzu Chi. So for everyone who are in Hualien, if they'd like to meet the master, we can come on January 19th. The detail is still to be determined because everything is subjected to change. So last time when I arranged everything, the time got altered. And so I've asked all of our volunteers, our staff, to wait for master's arrival. And we are very surprised that our teacher Mei Yun could be able to speak all on her own without anybody else with her. Because we are not just talking to the people who are here. We also have people who are joining us online. So I can't stop there. I can't stop the broadcast. And after the event, right after the event, after master settled, everyone joined in on the study group. Even though it is a challenge, we are still able to create very many beautiful memories. So even though she started in Siqing, she does not look her age at all. So this is some of the feedback from our listeners. And some of our feedback is saying that she is full of energy and dedicated her life to the Tzu Chi education mission and giving us great confidence in the education system of Tzu Chi. And even as we can see here that the school has received a full circle where the students are now contributing members and parents of the new class of students. And we really hope that everyone can learn from the Tzu Chi education mission and develop that in accordance to their local culture and customs. So next, as we we continue on to the next event, we want to make use of these towels, and it will not have to can be folded or hidden, and everyone has to see it. So now let's give her a round of applause, and we will going on to our next segment.
Please prepare for your exercise towel, and let's get ready to exercise.